Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
What's up?
Well, I had some very ripe bananas in here, so I thought I'd make us some banana bread today.
I like banana bread.
It is good with some melted butter on it. So I want to go ahead and let you know what kind of bananas to look for. So I've bought these bananas and had them sitting on the counter.
Now that looks old, Sherry.
It's not. Those are what you want because when we open this, it's going to be a good brown mixture.
Okay.
It's just getting to the ripe.
So you just want a little bit ripened.
Yeah. And so the first thing we're going to do is get our bananas, which I've already started in a bowl, but I'm going to give you a secret when making banana bread. While it's still in the peeling, actually go in there and mash it up some.
Okay.
It'll help you along with the process a little bit easier.
Okay.
So see, it's kind of spilling out.
So you're just splitting the banana now?
It's splitting on its own because I'm squeezing it.
And just kind of dumping it in the bowl. All right.
Yep. And now we're going to start mashing this with a fork. I found is the best way. Okay. For some good old banana bread. And this is kind of one of those recipes you can't really mess up.
Oh, okay.
And you can add, really anything you want, which we'll talk about. If you want to add nuts or raisins. Raisins? Anything you want. Okay. Yep. That's all optional. So, we got our bananas good and mashed. Because you want them mashed pretty good. Because you don't want a big chunk of banana when you bite into your bread.
Now, folks wouldn't want to use green bananas. You need to make sure that...
No, you don't want a green banana. One, it's going to be very hard to mash. So, the close dated ones that are very close to just almost being rotten, but they're not. They're just soft. They're
so mushy. They could look in the discounted produce section.
That's where I actually bought these, in the discounted section, because they were green, and I've just left them sitting on my counter for the past few days for them to ripen up. Okay. And then when you start really smelling them, that means they're really ripe. They're ready to go. All right. So, because I have done that before, if you don't use a good ripe banana, you'll bite that banana bread and it'll be tart.
Oh, I've had them like that.
Yeah, so that's what's happened.
That's good information. Thank you.
All right, so now we have our bananas good and mashed. Okay. I've also learned this. You want to make sure they're good and mashed so you don't bite into a big bite of banana. So that's why I'm trying to make sure. Okay, so now we have our bananas good and mashed. We're going to add some ingredients here. So the first thing we want to add is a cup of sugar. Okay. We got 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay. Make sure you get all that good butter. We want you a good egg.
Now how many? 2 eggs?
2 eggs. Large eggs. Kind of want them room temperature. I'll go ahead and give you another tip. If they ain't room temperature, just pop them in the microwave for about 10-15 seconds to knock the chill off. You're good to go.
While they're in a bowl or while they're still in the shell?
Actually, I did mine still in the shell.
Oh. That's good.
Whoa.
Good tip for everybody. Klutz.
I am klutzy. Klutzy like that. All right, and we've got another ingredient that you can add. Some people will add sour cream.
What is that?
This is going to be apple butter.
Apple butter.
So this is actually going to be a banana apple butter bread. Wow. So I have about a half a cup of apple butter. Now you're going to add this to your mixture. Man, everything's just sliding out of my hands tonight.
Did you get butter on your hands by chance?
I may have. I had some butter overflow in the microwave when I was trying to melt it, and I was trying to clean that up, so I think I got it on my hands.
So now does that mean I get to clean up spilled
butter?
Dude,
wait till you see our microwave.
Oh my gosh.
So note to self, I know it, but I didn't do it. Just put you a paper towel or something over your butter when you're melting.
Oh, it's splattered when it was... Great.
Now you're going to mix all of these ingredients together.
Now, do you have to be careful and not overmix, or does that?
Just kind of combining it because we're getting ready to add this to our flour.
Heard the oven cut off.
So you're just kind of getting them combined. Oh, I forgot to add about a teaspoon of vanilla.
Mmm. Whoa.
Yeah, that was your teaspoon.
You can go a little heavy on the vanilla if you want, guys. We like vanilla, so we go a little heavy.
Now, like I said, at this point, you could start adding your nuts, raisins, anything else that you would like to have in your banana bread.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen banana bread and chocolate chips, so I mean, you can really make your own banana bread.
Oh, wow.
I just kind of like the taste of the banana and apple butter.
There?
So that's how we got there. Alright, now you're going to combine all this stuff together. You have 2 cups. I have actually self-rising flour.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm going to give you a secret. And I add about a teaspoon of baking soda to my self-rising flour. Just to make sure.
Now, when you say baking soda...
Actually, correction. Baking powder.
Okay, baking powder. Hold on, hold tight. Baking powder, okay.
Yeah.
Not baking soda.
Yeah, I even add it to my self-rising flour just to make sure I get that good fluffiness.
Okay.
You don't have to, but I have seen that it does add a little oomph to it.
Well, we like the oomph.
Yeah. So this is your 2 cups of self-rising flour. Now, if you don't have self-rising flour, yes, you could add the salt and all that stuff to make it.
Okay.
I'll include that in the ingredients below.
All right.
Now we're going to fold all this together.
Now, at this point, do you have to be careful not to overmix?
No.
Or is that not a factor in this?
I don't think so at this point. I've not had an issue. I just kind of, you want everything combined good, and that's about.
Do you want me to step in and stir here?
Sure.
Do I just need to use that spatula?
Yeah. Folding it together.
Ooh. Is it okay to stir it or just fold?
You can do either. You're just really wanting to combine it all good because we're getting ready to put it in the pan.
Okay. Guys, this smells really good. And we're not even baking it yet. But it smells great. This has been a pretty easy recipe.
Yeah, it really is. I've made them with nuts and different things. It's really a foolproof recipe. So I know there's some out there that's probably overwhelming, but I think this one's pretty foolproof.
So on this, just make sure that when you're stirring it, you don't see any flour.
Yeah, you want to make sure you don't see any flour.
A little bit on the bottom.
Yeah, it's a thick mixture, ain't it?
It is thick. It got thick as I started mixing the flour.
Now you could use your KitchenAid mixer if you wanted to, or any type of mixer at this point, but I just find it's not that difficult to stir it all together.
It's really not. So I think that's pretty.
I think you're pretty good.
Pretty stirred.
So.
Now, you gonna guide me through this?
Sure. Okay, you're gonna take your pan. This is your basic loaf pan. This is my bread pan. What is this thing? Don't. 9. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with a 9x5x2 pan. Any basic bread pan. And this stuff, show them what our spray is. So with this stuff, it has your flour and your spray all in it, so you don't have to spray the pan, then have to put flour in the pan. This will literally save that step for you. So make sure you grease your pan good, because we want this banana bread to come out. And then when you think you have sprayed it enough, spray it some more.
Spray some more now?
I would, yeah. I really doubt that thing. Because everybody wants to have a pretty banana bread loaf.
And guys, we get this at a restaurant supply store. This is a 12-ounce can, and it lasts a long time.
Now hold on. Yeah, actually, we did not add the cinnamon.
Okay.
So I like the cinnamon in my banana bread. So this is optional. Again, you get to play with what you like in your banana bread. I'd probably say that's probably about 2 tablespoons.
Stir it.
Yeah. I didn't have it in my fancy little bowl to remind me.
Boy, it smells good with that cinnamon.
Yeah, make sure it's stuck on the corners there. And then once you got it stirred, you can pour it into my pan. And this is going to be a heavy pan.
Well, the glass bowl by itself's heavy.
I know, I got out of this step. He's struggling. He's like, how am I going to do this?
Well, it looks good, guys. Ooh, look at that. That looks so good.
Take it from you so you can even it out here. Just smooth it out there so it'll be good and even. This is going to go in an oven.
Should I do that?
Preheated at 350. So typically I would do it with my finger more like inside the...
Oh.
So it's not on your edges.
Gotcha. That's my fault.
Yeah, it's okay. We're all learning here. Looks delicious.
It does look good.
And this is going to be a heavy... That's heavy.
Alright, you want me...
No. Oh yeah, it is done. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this sucker in the oven. Take your fries on over. Traveling. Road trip. Into the oven. I'm going to start with 45 minutes.
Holy cow, really?
Yeah, it's probably going to take about an hour.
So start it at 45?
Yeah, that way I can get me a toothpick to
test it.
Test the middle to make sure nothing gooey comes out.
Okay.
But it's ultimately probably going to take us at least an hour.
Alright. I did a good job.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
We'll be back with the final product.
It's Inception. Woo! What's up, Sherry?
Well, it's been about 45 minutes.
Okay.
We're going to check.
Alright.
To see if it's starting to get dark, if we need to put anything on it. So there's our bread.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell already that's not done.
Yeah.
And it's okay. But if you don't want yours
pull
to
it
get...
out a little bit so we can see.
This is the...
Yeah, you can tell it's just kind of doughy looking, wet still in the middle.
Still wet. And you could also, if you didn't know, you could stick you a toothpick or a knife or anything in there.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you don't want it to get any darker at this point, you could go ahead... Oh, too close. Too close. At this point, you could go ahead and put full on it to cover it. Mm-hmm. But I like mine to get a little browner. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to leave it for about 20 more minutes.
About 20 more?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you in 20.
Alrighty.
Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, it's off.
I know you.
What's up, Sherry?
Well, the 20 minutes up. We're going to check it.
All right. Now you got your cooling rack out like you think it's done.
I'm hoping.
So this would be a total of...
We're going to check it.
This would be... this would make 65 minutes.
So we got a good golden brown crust.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of feel it.
That looks good.
Let's get us a trusty little toothpick here.
Okay.
And go down in the middle. Looking pretty good.
Okay, so what would that toothpick look like if it wasn't done?
You'd have banana on it.
So it'd stick to the toothpick. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
All right.
Now, of course,
Now, do you leave it in this to cool?
we are going to get us a knife because we're going to go around the edges, make sure this thing ain't sticking.
Okay.
Ooh. See, we sprayed it good.
I did a good job, is what you're saying.
You did a great job. That's what you want, and it ain't sticking. Because we're going to take this to our neighbor, so you want to make sure this thing comes out pretty. Now the fun begins. We gotta flip this thing out of this pan because that's a hot pan, and we want it to stop.
You're not gonna dump it in the floor, are you?
No. Now, if you've never done it before, what I would do is take your cooling rack, put it on top, and then flip it.
But you're an expert.
No, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk you through it.
Well, this looks like a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're gonna shimmy shake it, say a prayer, praying. Ooh, I felt it release. Now let's hope it's not sticking. If it's sticking, I ain't gonna show it to y'all. I'll show it to you.
Oh my goodness. Now, do you want me to roll it on over, or are you gonna do it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it on over there.
I need the help of some tongs or something. I was afraid to break it in half.
It's actually a pretty durable bread at this point.
Because I was afraid to do what you just did.
You're fine. And it's going to continue to sit here and cool off. And of course, it's so hot, it's going to continue to cook inside as well. But again, if you didn't want this as brown, you could have put full on about the last 20 minutes of baking.
Wow, that looks really good, though.
And a couple things I did want to remind you all. Let's say you don't have a pan like this. You could have done this in a muffin pan.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, you could have made you some muffins.
So that changes the game.
Okay.
I didn't know that was a possibility.
Yeah. Same thing. You just want to spray your muffin pan real good. Put you some dollops of.
So instead of one huge loaf, we could have had like 9 or 12 little. Wow.
Yeah, you'd had you a good amount of muffins. You could have put it in a bundt pan. You know, really anything like that. So don't go out and buy you a pan if you're just going to try to make this for the first time.
Okay.
You know, I used apple butter. That's what I like. Again, if you don't want to use the apple butter, you could have used sour cream or yogurt.
Just any kind of like a extra wet type.
Yeah, something wet. Also, like I said, you could have added nuts. If you were going to add nuts, you would have stirred them in, and then you could even top some on the top. Raisins, chocolate chips.
Well, it looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks great. Well, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Please do subscribe. Tell your friends. Make sure you hit the like button. And make sure you leave a comment. It really means a lot to us as far as like showing up on other people's videos. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, and definitely if you try it, let me know what you think about it. That way if something don't turn out right, maybe I can give you a tip or suggestion. Now, in case you don't know how to serve it, I personally like to cut it while it's still hot and put some butter on it. But I'm going to give this to my neighbor, so I'm not going to cut it right now. But boy, it's very tempting to cut.
It is very tempting. It is so good smelling. All right, well, join us next time. Say bye, Sherry.
Bye.
You didn't say bye, Sherry.
Bye, Sherry.
Bye, Sherry.